Okay, let's do this. Let's finish this. I'm drinking poor man's alcohol, water. Okay, everyone ready? This is it. $100, that's a bottle of Dom. Well, it's a whole bunch of different drinks. They're all like, you know, packs of cans and whatnot at $12 to $20 each. I bought like that Liquid Death stuff. A Liquid Death, they have like a berry flavor. It looks really cool. I like light drinks, sweet drinks. I like that. I didn't buy any alcohol though. My brother's gonna get that part. I'm getting like, you know, Dr. Pepper Zero. They have like a Jurassic Park flavor. I found that. I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna get that. It's like something blackberry or something like that. It has like the Jurassic Park logo on it. It looks really good. The other thing was like flavored water. I like flavored water, dude. It's fucking great. It's very refreshing. Like, you know, like Pellegrino water. They have like flavored Pellegrino water in cans, and it's hella fucking good. Yeah, it's a T-Rex urine sample, exactly. I'll let you know how it is. I think that was it. So yeah, two types of flavored water, and then two flavors of Dr. Pepper Zero, and it's like 100 cans. Crazy. Oh, I forgot the Mountain Dew flavor. Ah, you know what? I'll probably order that. Wait, let me see if I can find it on Amazon real quick. Mountain Dew flavor that is pink lemonade. Oh, come on. Let me see if I can find it. I'll order that as well.
Evil Dead stream when? Fails Godman.
Evil Dead stream? I'm not gonna play Evil Dead. It's too boring. It may be fun for like one day and then I'll just give it up. Not my kind of game. I hate those types of games, dude. If it was a story game, then I would probably play it, but Evil Dead is very mixed reviews too, by the way. And there's nothing to it, dude. It's boring as hell. Let's see. You said pink lemonade? Well, let's just look up Zero. They have Code Red Zero. The Major Melon. We got the Major Melon. I don't see the pink. Oh, wait. Yeah. It's. Wait, is this it? Oh, there's a few of them. They have Mountain Dew Spark Zero Raspberry Lemonade. Is that it? Is this it here? Can you see this? Is it that? Is that it? Yes? Okay. 6 left in stock. Add to cart. That's $123. I'll use my Amazon points for this one. And done. Should get a tone. Okay, great. I'm really looking forward to all these types of drinks. All zero sugar too. Does it mix well with booze? Usually the flavored ones are really, the flavored ones are always bad. The cola Regulars are always good with mixing drinks. But, I don't recommend, like, something like Spark. Maybe that might go good with vodka? No, I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I think it tastes better on its own. Again, Dr. Pepper Zero regular goes good with anything. Any type of whiskey or, you know, that type of stuff. Coke Zero is very good with all that. Fucking, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't mix anything else. Spark vodka, it sounds cool. I don't know, I'd have to try it. I just think it would... Oof. I don't know. It'd be interesting. Maybe I'll try it. I think I have some vodka in the fridge. Anyway, let's do this.
With a small steering engine in the back, floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. The boat's belly is a shiny yellow color, industrial paint over fresh tar. You see it reflect off the water, along with the factory number, A72. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go?
I want to go. 3 weeks? No. This is day number 15, so 15 days, so 2 weeks. I guess on the 3rd week, I guess you can say.
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
I wonder if I should get more health. I can level up. Is it endurance? Where's endurance? I wonder if I should get more health before going. Nah, fuck it. We have a save. You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox.
What?
What do you mean, what? Don't you have the boombox? What? How else how we blast Sad FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
Let's go, baby. What's the next game? Kentucky Route Zero. Dude, look at me!
Want to be free. Want to be free.
Fucking audio, dude. One of the biggest downsides of this game. It's not me, it's the game that's doing it. Iceberg ahead! Disco Inferno, dude. There's our Disco Elysium, man. Hopefully it'll still be there by the time we get back. Good right now. Just when the camera moves, I don't know. I think it has something to do with frames per second. which I have to redo every single time they launched a game, which is dumb. Still doesn't even work. Wonk wonk.
Want to be free.
They show the whole boat, right?
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's fucking go. Okay, we're on the island, boys. Makeshift bridge. Bombs are powerful enough to break the foundation. What you doing? The rusted chain trails out into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This leads to the depot and the Land's End.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
Oh, what do you think it's used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
You can lock the bay. Lock the bay?
As a defensive measure, locking off that side of the bay.
From who?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Oh. Let's check the ground before we do anything else. These tiers? Tires? Tires? I don't know what it said. I missed it. God, is this audio gonna be like this the entire time? Fuck, we're almost done with this game anyway. Inflammable. Fuel leaked out of the barrel. Lingering trace of mazout in the air.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
What is this flutter?
The flock of quail departs. Now more than 100 meters away. 102, 105.
Underneath the flutter.
On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline. Long dried leaves chafing against each other. The great ghost of the air is holding its breath.
Yes?
Pretty silent on this island.
It is. Is that why we are stopping?
Wait, I have to listen to one more thing.
The lieutenant nods.
To the
A
west.
silent hiss. Sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
To the east?
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. A bird tending to its feathers.
What about coming up ahead?
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
Before that, further north. Beyond that, excuse me. Beyond that, further north.
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on the meadow. Absolute
Cossets? I
silence.
never heard that word before.
Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
What does that mean, guys? What is the air cossets flowers on a meadow? Is this some sort of like a caressing or something? Or something intimate, like a touch, a slight touch? Is that what cossets means? Absolute silence, reeds motionless, bulrushes motionless. Below the silence?
Col de Mamadakwa.
I knew it. Oh, Kamama Dakwa. Sparrow says ICM. You see a star with little specks on it. What's this? No way to get upstairs. Stairs are gone. Looks like we have to go in here, boys. Whoa. What is this thing? This was an armament rest. Twin cannons were attached to your medium distance, large caliber. Whoa. Stairs have collapsed. What is this thing?
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Wait, haven't you heard this before?
Where do these wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere?
What kind of generators is
Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout.
Mazout?
The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter.
That's a keg? Not a keg? I mean, but it has mazout in it.
The lieutenant pauses. Something seems to be pecking
I guess
at
you're
the
right. I
edge
guess it
of
is a
his
keg.
concentration. He gives you a sideways look before adding,
Long and cold.
Like a keg.
"There's no time to dwell on this moment. You've got to keep moving."
Well, let's tap on the side.
A hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
What does this mean, man? Generator?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
I mean, why is it here?
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
Maybe.
The wind outside.
Books, mostly fantastic and historical fiction. Dishes stained with sauce and fire. What? It's a survivor's kitchen.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
How recently?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
Yeah, I thought it was greasy.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
What? No time. I don't want to. Why?
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
You don't have to be a hero.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. It's a bed bug trap.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique among what is mostly
God damn it.
commercial fiction and serialized stories. You find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to
It's a
pulp,
big old gun right
light
here.
erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Enraged by commies. Does anything stand out as unusual? Conceptualization.
Not that you can tell.
How did that
This is a
fail?
digest of someone who's dead bored. Most of it is for entertainment purposes, fittingly right next to the radiola on the floor. Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't say.
Ooh.
The print in some of these is pretty small, though. This person has good eyesight.
Bro, oh, it's a rangefinder. Kansas. Moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out. What about... Are both of these two different things?
Soft covers. Soft covers.
They're all the same thing. Okay. What about this? Oh, shit. Yo, we should change it to our all-out found gear. Let's do that. Now we got a full found set. Alright. All straight up found gear. And then the pants. Look at that, dude. Full set, baby. Well, almost a full set. We don't have the found glasses, do we? Maybe these are found. They're just office shades. I mean, yeah, they're cool, I guess. I mean, I like these better. I like they're way retro.
Oh, glorious Fulmir. You wear the full set like a true-born hero. The ultimate performance of fun flows in you.
I feel so dynamic.
You are the most ultra of men. Peak performance. Go on. The fucking
use the
sunset
dirty man?
awaits, Fountain Rider.
I'm the found rider, baby. Ooh, 2 empathy. Army surplus. Maybe I can wear that instead of my shitty necktie. Can't really see it, but, you know, why not? Hey, magnesium. Honeys. This blast door is great. Blast door is way over 10 tons. Rust peels off of it.
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one.
It's on the other
heavy
side.
steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
How do we open this thing?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
Where else do we fucking go then?
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
We open the big one. Do you see any controls anywhere?
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
Southeast. But where do we go? This thing right here. Oh, you gotta go underneath. Didn't think of that.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
Okay.
The keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
What is this then?
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Could this open the blast door?
Possibly. Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radiodiffusé. It sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights, function as a radio computer.
Let's do the radio thing.
The dial slides under the glass, silently. You make out defunct stations on the UKV frequency. The words, Feld Insula, are written on the band.
Insular. This is an off-air radio computer, I believe, used for military communications.
Okay, let's turn the light.
Nothing happens.
How about emergency open?
We need to restore power before using this, officer. The generator, it didn't look like there was fuel in it. We should look around outside. There are barrels all over. Maybe one of them still has something in it.
Okay.
The boat engine.
Or we can get some from the boat engine.
But officer, then we would have to swim back to the mainland. Let's just look around, okay?
Doesn't seem that bad.
The console stands by.
What's this? Attaches jammed shut. Okay. Let's see what's over here. A firing slit. You can't see inside. Must have been direct hit to take one that's such a huge chunk out. Guess I can't go over there. This is how cargo ships signal horns echo on the water. Oh. Cool, man. Pretty big island we got here. The ice cracks in there. Be careful not to fall through. Alright. I wonder if the game would even allow us to. Pain in your pelvis makes you wince, then you continue. Uh-oh. Make out the console and the blast door. Let's see. Can we go over here?
A strange feeling, looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. Leave it all and walk in.
Why?
Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, waiting for you,
Death.
smelling of tutti frutti and betrayal.
Exactly.
Maybe you know it's going to hurt.
But it's cold.
Yes, cold and still.
A merman.
But love is warm, like the inside of her mouth.
No.
Yes, 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 yes.
No, 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 no.
No, no. We're not starting with that. Not now. Not this time.
Raise your
This
sight.
thought, in the snowing mirror of the bay, you see Martinez reflected.
No, 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 no.
Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water, like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Pine trees and motor lorries, upside down. Islets and posts, like stepping stones, lead into the water in front of you. Go. Step in. It's been too long.
Shut up! The winch is broken. Russ eating the remains of the chain. Okay. Nothing much over here. Let's go upstairs. Aha! Fuel canister. There you go, baby. Artillery map showing coordinates of the Bay of Revachol. Old medicine cabinet newly stocked. 3 at perfect. I'm glad I didn't go waste my money over there. What's this?
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like 2 eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
Aha!
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie.
That's
There's
one
a fuel
hell of
stain
a
on
fucking
the cover,
shot.
along with cigarette burns. And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Pick one out of the can.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri.
Like the ones we found at Land's End, remember?
I may have been wrong when I said it wasn't important. This means the same person could have visited both locations. I didn't see any signs of smoking inside, though. If people live there, they keep
No,
it tidy.
Ray.
This here may also be a smoking spot.
Inspect the wall.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window.
Touch the concrete first.
Quite old and grimy from years without
You're
cleaning
sad that it's
by
not an
anything
orgy
other than the
island?
rain.
I mean, I guess it could still be. Better drink that hopium. Look through the hole in the concrete.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation. A tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar.
On the left.
A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B.
On the right.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two.
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. You see a small fleck of white on the rooftop, the upstairs window of Clausia's room, in the snow, reflecting light.
Motherfucker.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
More than that,
Him. The pair of binoculars, I would be able to see inside the room.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
cheek against a cheek rest, hand on
That's
the
one
hair
hell of a shot.
on a calm day like this.
And the bullet got stuck in his head, too. Which is nuts. Kim, I can make it. I can make the shot.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Holy shit.
Affirmative.
Oh, man, finally. Booyah, master cop work.
It's only moderately effective cop work until we have the weapon. It will not be, how do you say it, booyah, until we have that.
Booyakasha. Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
I don't know. On the island.
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says,
Had to Google embrasure. I think it's some sort of small jagged opening. I think that's what embrasure means.
he feels uncomfortable suddenly.
Like a crack. Or, yeah, a small opening and like a crack of concrete.
We should move now.
Okay. Very interesting. We got an autosave. You know what that means. No way to jump here without breaking a few bones. You feel eyes on your back. Someone's watching, but you can't say where. Okay, fireman, probably. All right, let's go put fuel in the, what? What? Water rushes below, far down below. Interesting.
This old cylindrical generator waits with its fuel cap open. Makeshift electrical wiring runs out of its side and across the
That's
floor.
what I'm thinking. No, it's booyah. It's booyah.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out,
Ew,
and the room fills
like you're going
with
pee-pee.
a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a
Oh,
starter
Olian
on
first
the
of
other
his name,
side.
Master of
The
Drip,
lieutenant
Founder
flicks
of
the
Truth,
switch.
Doyer of Bullets and Homo of the Underground.
Oh, from yesterday? Yeah, that's me. I'm out of points. Give me a minute. Okay. And the battery life on this is giving up.
The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Okay. The generator.
A dim golden
It's on. Turn emergency open.
automatic boot. The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
I started taking nicotine patches 2 days ago. Shit doesn't help at all, but my last hit of my e-cig was 5 days ago. Interesting. Okay. I mean, usually e-cigs should be enough to get you off of nicotine. You understand? Like, if you keep... Fuck the patches. Patches are too much nicotine, in my opinion. I've tried nicotine patches maybe once, but I don't need it. I mean, I was never a smoker. I was always do the electronic cigarettes. I never... you know, went out and bought regular cigarettes. I never did that. I was never a heavy smoker. Only this stuff because it tastes good. E-cigs a weed? Well, weed's not nicotine, so that's a whole different type of addiction. E-cigs, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna help you at all. But you're talking about nicotine addiction. I mean, I think staying on e-cigarettes or vaping, just lower and lower amounts of nicotine will get you off of it. Then you can stop vaping, pretty much. The patches, like, a really bad idea because usually the patches have a lot of nicotine in them, and usually it's not satisfying because you're not doing the act of smoking, you know.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
Like, if I quit e-cigarettes today, I would I would feel like I really want more because of the addiction, but there's no side effects. There's no me getting massive headaches or any withdrawals like that. I've been off of I think I went off of vaping for like a couple months straight and didn't fucking care. Didn't get sick or anything. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
After you.
Before, outside, when we were walking across the sand, I felt someone watching me.
So did I. Not back there, but I felt it since we came here.
What's there? Point to the door.
I don't know.
A thin wisp of smoke rises from a charred black fire.
I ain't scared of nothing. Let's go. What? Walk slow. It might be dangerous. Okay. Rubber dinghy. Was there like landmines and shit over here or something? Let me click over there. Oh, it's a guy.
Goodbye, everybody.
Okay, Ray. We'll be playing a
An
new
old
game when you
man
get back.
wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock
Look
of
at this,
his
it's a
rifle.
man.
He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth,
He's a rifle and shit.
then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black
I'm not gonna
eyes,
have a beard
hooded
tomorrow. I'm
by
shaving off
creased
tonight.
eyelids to meet yours.
I'm taking off the beard. It'll only be stubble.
Unclouded by cataracts, his
No more
eyesight
beard,
is
Ray.
sharp.
Well, maybe Ray left already. He's not gonna know.
He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him.
Did you say
a
he has
long time ago.
cataracts?
This man hates everything.
Eyelids. Unclouded by cataracts. Unclouded. His eyesight is sharp. Why would you say unclouded by cataracts? I don't understand that. You've retained your eyesight? Sir, I need you to put the gun down, down the gun so we can talk further. We're the police.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
Okay, but keep the gun down while we talk. Him?
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's forehead.
Put it down now, sir.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
Okay.
Like an amputated limb in the sand,
Pick up the gun lying in the sand.
his gaze follows your motions.
Inspect it.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46 millimeter,
That's it.
made in Sinyao.
This is a triangong made within Hinsinya.
No one said it has to be a Belma grave. We were just guessing.
From ballistics, it could easily have been a Triangong, too.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanti Shanti. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition.
This uses
it
jacket. It does.
The right type and the right calibre.
No shaving. I'm not gonna shave. I'm just gonna trim it.
He's liking this.
Excuse me.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession in time.
Who the fuck are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross.
Kami.
Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insulindian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in '07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to
The Mad Panda,
emergency
we met a new
defense
guy
duties in
just right now.
08.
He has the murder weapon, or what we think is a murder weapon.
I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
How long you been on the island, brah?
43 years. No. I've been on other islands too.
43 years, what the fuck?
I was in a resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
You've been hiding here for 43 years, dude? Kim's obvious
43
betrayal.
years and 10 months.
That's steadfast, bro.
It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
He just couldn't.
Couldn't give up.
He nods. But he can now.
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41.
You still think it's Kim, man, even though I have the murder weapon, which we found in this random old guy.
Two
Ridiculous.
police officers step out of the
All right,
whirling
Matt.
in rags
You're not going to miss
cafeteria.
anything, really. I
Satellite
hope not.
officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects a series of burnt black letters splashed across the plaza mosaic. Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smoldering. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Always waiting
For what?
for her to return.
Her who?
Ooh.
Girl, child, revolution.
I came from there. I cannot assure you that it's not what the people are planning. The women will always betray you. I don't know what to choose here. Let's do it with the first one. I come from there. Point to the man. I can assure you that that is not what the people are planning.
I am not a fool. I know the material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind.
Panda.
The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
You say you deserted your unit?
I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith.
What do you mean?
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took
For what?
for reaction to take hold.
What reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
I understand. Communists are natural cowards. Quantity over quality.
You haven't seen it. The face of who you serve, naked. It's impossible not to be afraid.
And this was when?
May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago.
Dark magic.
The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic. The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. we were in the flak tower. Huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon. But I knew the commune would fall.
It's dead.
We would all be turned into ash.
No worries. I got another
So I
one.
said I was going to the map room.
A terrible shame, still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
I guess so. You didn't go to the map room.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened at the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to
Do you think this
swim back.
deserter guy is the baddie?
The fortress was half submerged too.
Would be kind of
Shattered.
lame if he was.
They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Some kind of great terror, worse than you've ever seen.
Seen what, bro?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed.
Yeah. I don't know why I yawn. Every time I play this game, I yawn, dude. It's not... I don't know why. Dude.
And then you see it. As
So,
it
like, later on, like, at
strangles
11
and beats
o'clock at
your
night
friends
here,
to death.
I
The
stopped
sweetest,
yawning for some
most
reason.
courageous people in the world.
It's gotta be the
You
dinner.
see the
Every time I
fear
have dinner, do I
and
get hella
power in
sleepy
its
afterwards.
eyes. Then you know.
It's this game doesn't have a lot of moving parts, so it doesn't keep me like stimulated like a Battlefield would, where you're just constantly moving, like keeping you awake. This game's not like that, so it would, I feel like it would put a lot of people to sleep. Really,
That the bourgeois.
that's
are
probably why
not
nobody
human.
watches. Let him finish.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
What is this place, dude? This island?
It's not an island, Dwat.
What?
It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol.
What was
And
it?
I am its last surviving defender.
Bro, this game it is beautiful. Yeah, I 100% agree.
The congenitally deformed King Philip II
It's art, dude.
built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol.
I guess there are some
We
people
captured
watching.
it in '02.
Long and hell.
Retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend
yesterday was
against an
so
airborne
nerve-wracking.
landing against the whole world.
Dude, when those armored dudes came in, the mercenaries, and then we had a whole like Mexican standoff in the courtyard of the Whirling O. Dude, that was so nerve-wracking, man. I thought I was dead. I got so many lucky rolls too. I was convinced I lost my belly. Like you shot my belly off. And then my intestines were everywhere. I thought I was dead. I didn't know I got shot in the leg. Guess I was so fucking delusional I don't even know what happened. You mean the landing? Retaking of Revachol?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
I'm not one of them.
Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people death blow.
Someone who's come to end this madness.
Iblis,
Iblis?
the black-eyed angel.
Iblis. How have you survived all this time?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Now hold on there.
That's a choice. You could have become self-employed, create the system.
You're insane and grotesque. Everyone steals. Vegetables, supplies. It's the life of a dog.
There's no way this guy can shoot a kilometer headshot. There's no way.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool.
Dude has like fucking cancer, man.
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
You must be in pain.
I have been running out of that stuff.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
You need to be looked over, and we can do it.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
This is a good question here. How have you coped mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others
This guy
filled with
can't be the
pain
killer. He
only.
can't be.
A decade of...
Old deserter man that just happens to use the murder weapon. He's being framed. It's so obvious. Oh, it's just some random deserter guy. He's the one that got into all this shit. He's the one that murdered that dude. He has no idea who he murdered. Yeah, sure. Yeah, there's no motive here. He's been framed because he carries a gun like that. Someone could have easily, like, got a replica or something, and they can easily frame him with that.
I don't even know what. Inferno?
I also live in hell. I also have holes in my brain, true.
No wonder. All your minds are rotting from the radio waves.
Yeah, probably.
I watched the traitors of this city.
I'm not a
turn
huge
the
fan of this
lights
part of the
back
story
on.
either.
More
Okay.
and more each year.
Oh,
Ruins
hold on there.
glittering in the dark.
Don't
like a
spoil
fucking
anything, man. It's my first
merry-go-round.
playthrough. So you've gotten to this already. Okay, I'll let you know what I think. But there's no way this guy did it.
It's disgusting.
But please don't spoil anything. I'm so close to finishing this game.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
How have you concealed yourself all these years, man?
It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
Dude, you know Joyce? Joyce has a boat. Joyce could have easily come to the island, frame this guy, and shoot the mercenary to cause a war. Right? Shoot her own guy so she can frame someone else and start a war that would benefit her in all ways. That's like my number one suspect is Joyce Mysier or whatever her name is. That's what I'm thinking. She has the boat, man. Since B triple prime, she could have been there, man. Maybe she's a good shot. I don't know. I mean, we did talk to her a lot, but she didn't talk about guns a lot or sniping things or, hunting. Like, we didn't talk about any of that. So there's not really like any clues there. But then again, anyone could have come down here, I suppose. I don't know.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those
Boogie
fucking
Street!
Kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells.
Ada
I tried
Blast.
to contact
When was the
them.
last time you played this?
Soon they all went silent.
This is a couple
The
years old. This
frequency's dead.
game's like, oh wait, no, this game's like 4 years old now at this point.
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
Let's see. How about this? Well, why don't you just walk there?
I don't want to.
Here you go.
They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs.
I didn't have patience to play
Men without
until they
ideals
made
are only
voice lines for
animals.
everything in the Final Cut. See, that's what I didn't know. I was watching a review of this game, and there was no dialogue whatsoever. I did not know until recently, like halfway through my playthrough, that the Final Cut is the only one with voice lines. That's nuts. Because the voice lines are incredible. Absolutely incredible. I would be like, this game would be so much more worse without the voice acting. But then again, I believe you can turn off the voice lines and you can act it out yourself if you want to do the whole RPG element of it. And, you know, have your own voice acting with the game. I think that's what people did in the past. I remember seeing some videos on YouTube, people acting out and whatnot. It's a really cool game where you can actually do that. Almost like a one-man show, like a play or something. The writing's unbelievably good. Yeah. Oh, there were some voice lines for Kim? Interesting.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting.
This guy's
Drinking.
voice, the main
Laughing.
narrator's voice, is amazing. Okay, the weapons cache under the St. Julian 22B. In the basement. Have you been there?
So you finally found it.
Ah.
There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
Yeah, there were. They were damaged, though, beyond use, yeah.
I know.
So you've been there.
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded.
He ate all
Some
the
had
ice
bullets in the
cream.
chamber, however.
You feel the dots connecting. Little dots on the map he's walked across.
Alright, thanks, man. Alright, have a good night, dude. Thanks for hanging out. There's a small bunker under the Feld building. Have you stayed there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed
I
themselves.
should. If
Two
he
young
admits to
boys.
eating all the ice cream.
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
One more question. Do you smoke Timura Tiri cigarettes?
I do.
Ever smoke them on mainland? Point some Land's End.
They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
Tell me
The
another
old
thing
man
here.
looks across the water at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
You said this is your termless surrender.
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
I know what it looks like, but I have secret plans to turn RCM into the Mazovian Revolutionary Unit. I do? I don't remember talking about that. We're with the good guys. I don't think they like me, so why would I call them the good guys? We are coalition appointed. I mean, this is nice to say. I barely know who I am, though. Okay, either 1 or 5. I'm gonna go with 1 here.
You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste d'Insolande. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
Jesus.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit.
You're a communist soldier from the communist army?
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
But you said you were trained, assigned to the Defense Corps.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
What'd they do?
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a
You
small
bought 2
tremor
breakfast
pass through
burritos in
his
15
legs.
minutes? That's amazing.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the Commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire
Would you go
politique
McDonald's or
is a
something?
night philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
Wait, they got breakfast burritos in fucking Saudi Arabia? That's pretty fucking cool.
Awakened from shutdown by the promise of ideology. He was like a cleric.
You
a
get me
shepherd.
one? Oh, it's a place really close? That's pretty cool. So, you were like a priest?
No, the opposite of that. A future human, not a human of the past.
That means you're trained communist, right?
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
I'm not really into politics myself. I said I was like a moralist. Let's just see that.
No, you're not. You're part of the meat shield. The human shield that surrounds the fascists while they kill and rape. That's what you are.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology. We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body. There's definitely something off with his body. Something more than just metabolism or even cancer.
I have another serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
What have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Shit.
Here we go. A trail of blood.
There's
The
no
lieutenant
shot.
smells it too.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But
But what?
this is what you live for. This is the shit.
No!
The great serotonin jackpot.
Ridiculous!
The solution. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor, Krenel?
The who now?
I knew it.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it. You're in.
The corpse in ceramic armor, hanging behind the whirling rags. Did you shoot him?
Oh yes, that one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
A drop of blood in
What does
the
that
saliva.
mean?
Tear into him. Pile it on him. Everything you got on him. The more, the better. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
We've done the ballistics. Point to the tower. Shock came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
Did he do it?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You've been here a long time, Mr. Dras. Too long. You clearly need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Just one thing. The rifle does not have a scope.
Where's the scope? How did you make a shot without a scope? You have everything else.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope. I don't know where it is. Find it yourself. It's your problem now.
It's the best uninterrupted line of sight into that window in all of Martinez.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
It's just someone saw your head.
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Oh yeah!
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war. Nowhere else, nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this spring.
There's no way, dude. The girl... Kalashi, or whatever the fuck her name is. Invite him there and he dropped the Maybells off? Or like they were just on the ground? And they planned this whole shit out? There's no shot. No way, dude.
Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Classia's bedroom.
Classier.
Now they're gonna come up. You got it. Remember? The boot prints were like no modern soul. Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
There were Maybells behind the victim's window. Show him the dried flowers.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers anywhere else in Marnay. Only here. A young woman called Kalasia. Can never freaking pronounce her name. Ring any bells? These dry flowers were behind her window.
Classier.
You know her, right? Intimate relations with the victim, the mercenary?
With the victim.
Almost. But you need one more. Just one. Or maybe two.
What brand of boots are you wearing?
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa? Some shit.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Doras.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is called Sansarique, and the size is 42 to 44. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned souls you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Zero drama. Wait. Maybe it's simpler than that. Try it.
Simpler? No. This is another loose thread you will never connect.
Goddamn footprints everywhere. I hate them.
The lieutenant raises his brow. What are you doing? He's thinking. We almost got him here. Not now. Stop yourself.
What do we do now? We're not getting these prints to match.
People change shoes, detective. It was you. You were there, weren't you? Crawling and whirling in rags. What were you doing? Some kind of reconnaissance? Preparing the scene? Listening in on her?
Trying to rack your brains. You're desperate to report something back to your masters. They must have really loved that dead fuck.
Wait, he did it?
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance. You've almost got him. Just the last little push.
Tell me this.
You're lost, Dwat. You're lost.
Assess his body language.
For a 60-year-old man with stomach trouble, who spent his entire life alone on an uninhabited island, he seems surprisingly fit.
That's it?
He's clearly a drug user of the painkiller sort, prone to erratic hand gestures, and malnourished. But that's it. The moment passes, and you say,
One more time. The Colonel. We need to talk about you killing him.
Petty bourgeois law. This is all you care about, right? The only thing in the world.
Just tell me!
a drop of blood in the tear into him again.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the Liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
He saw.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Like fuck you did. You didn't handle anything. I watched it happen. You let those beasts rip right into them. Got the fat kid killed. The old man, too. None of those people mean anything to you. The vultures feed on this city, and you prepare the meal for them.
So you watched the fight? Did you like what you saw? The mayhem. It was all your doing, your plan. You got them killed.
You don't know anything.
We have the murder weapon, dude.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
You think we have the murder weapon?
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
Alright, we have the murder weapon.
Good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this. When you have the murder weapon, you have the killer.
Murder. You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
I'm not saying he didn't deserve. He was a killer, but he's still under the protection of the law.
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
So you killed him?
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
You won't admit it, man.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
Damn. This fucking piece of shit did it?
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Ugh, then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. Or what's left of it, anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
What the fuck, bro? Are you serious?
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from. You can coax it out of him. The lieutenant's preparing the ground.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Yeah, why were you looking at them at night?
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
You pulled the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them fucking. I didn't like that.
You're jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself, drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode. That
What?
too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
He wants to see her covered in blood, to punish her.
You had feelings for that woman?
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
There have been others?
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
Was that why you left the dried flowers behind her window?
No,
Why then?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of her room on the floor, like she does sometimes.
When was this?
The day after I killed him.
And you brought her Maybells?
Yes, I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
You wanted to console her?
Maybe. I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
A sudden pang of rage.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes. One more down.
How long have you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on the coast? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't
It's a
see me,
cigarette, guys, okay?
but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
What do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
Some kind of hidden container on the coast? You looked into it?
Yes, after she'd gone. It was a submersible. Well made, actually.
Sloppy. We should have gotten her to tell us about this. Did you take the documents?
No, I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to phone. Oh, I mean,
Did you continue watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks, and a body hard and lean and bruised all over, black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook, on the run. Revishal's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
She had different color hair on the photo, and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I've heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
The bruises. You can't make that out in a scope.
And you could see her bruises through the scope on a rifle?
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
How does he know those minute details on her about her body?
It quickly comes to you.
Ever seen her through a window on a roof?
Mm-hmm. Bending like a bow against the glass.
You have been through the secret route behind the whirling rags? Those were your footprints. You just change your shoes?
I've been through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
And that too?
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but...
You hear the familiar scribble of the lieutenant's pen. A quick glance. One more loose end down. We're doing this, detective.
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball workshop.
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the kitchen? How?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the Union Box window.
One more thing. The flowers, Mr. Dross. The dried flowers that were on the roof.
What about them?
We already discussed this. Did you leave the dried Maybells behind her window?
I did. I shouldn't. I was there one night, and she was crying. The day
Yeah, we already
Yes.
did this.
It's as if something put the thought there, to leave the flowers.
Something put the thought in you, a compulsion.
What do you mean, put?
A brief flash of terror.
I just got this feeling from what you said. Do you agree?
Maybe. I told you. I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here, waiting.
A sudden panic.
If you came 10...
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his one more down.
You wanted to punish her, so you killed him?
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
While he stands here and rots.
No one gives a shit what you think. You and your cronies kill 10 working-class men a day. I've heard the statistics on Channel 8.
So in conclusion, it wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement. That's it. Motive. We have it.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
She got away, but she led us here first. She figured out someone was watching her from the seafront.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew. She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, snow falls on 40-story towers. Above them, Elysium Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the snowy sky by a web of suspension wiring. And on the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghosts of the city she's leaving. Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Streetlights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it a dark strip of ruins, barely visible if she didn't squint her eyes. There, on a dilapidated jetty in a nameless village, 2 police officers and 1 special consultant look across a narrow strip of sea. The ruins of a seafort stick out of the water, built by Philippe II, reappropriated by the Commune, then lost in the landing. He's there, doing what exactly, I don't know. Satellite Officer Vic Mayer points at the ruins. Behind that anti-aircraft something. That's why we can't see him. Special Consultant Heidelstam is optimistic. We'll see the boat when he comes. Let's go get a coffee until then. I know this interesting little place. Where? As the men go, Patrol Officer Minnow looks back over her shoulder at the crumbling fortification in the snowfall, like a rotten tooth rising out of the water. Good luck, Harry, she thinks. You need something good for this.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
You could get more out of him. He likes talking. Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
Detest pushes the cobwebs out of his eyes, pushes the melancholy aside. He relishes it.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house, stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst. Because of the racists, everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world, listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries, pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare.
Yes. The fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class. Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol, at least, pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
That's all?
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cop parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Quayamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children. That's all the rich really want. sex with their own children.
Hell, dude.
Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex.
What the fuck?
At least that old cunt, Frisell, is now dead.
Now I have questions about this.
We did good when we pushed him under the horse car. Until, in the 30s, those disco whores.
Hell, dude.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter.
Disco whores?
Whores. Whores. Whores.
You mentioned the Union is a social democrat. Is a farce of a social democrat. By the cock parading his colorful uniform, you mean Renee?
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A petanque maniac race traitor.
I don't know about that.
I remember him. I remember him from La Noce. Not him, personally. His make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the Liberals came to their rescue. We missed one. That one.
This is fucked.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston. Alone.
There's no one there.
Fat and plump. Like a pheasant. Just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross. Shoot me.
He whispers with such predatory hunger. It borders on longing.
You like to kill him?
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bomb melt in my mouth.
Save the treat for later?
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think. No, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Renee. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one for him.
Oh.
Haven't seen him around lately, strutting around. Must be
Yeah,
down
he
with
died,
arthritis.
dude. He died, you
I
sick
hope it
fuck.
hurts like hell. I hope he sweats blood.
Hearing it may destabilize him. You sure you've gotten everything from him?
No,
Yep.
I waited too long. I waited too long and now he's dead?
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
I think so.
They're all dead now.
He missed.
Fuck it.
I guess maybe he shot. I don't know. You cared about him?
All human beings care about each other. I care for seeing his head.
Yo, what's up, Enders?
Now.
Thanks for the raid, dude.
God
That's a big
damn
raid
it.
for this, man. Thank you. What's up, Jesus? What's up, Moosey? Miss all you guys, man. Long Grub, what's up, dude? Lemonade, hello. Welcome back, guys. Hello, Mr. Serenity. Paradox, how you doing? The Because, hello. How you guys doing, man? Yeah, we're almost done with this game. I guess we found the murderer, man.
He reminded him of
Solving the
himself.
murder case.
The same hatred. The same. You try to think of
It's me,
something
man.
else.
Thank you for
but
using
no,
your tweet Ryan
it's
sub on
just
Julian.
hatred.
You cheap bitch.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, what's up, Quagsy? Hey, thanks for the resub. 44 months.
I only poo-poo farted for the good of humanity.
Too late for this! Are you okay, Mr. Dross? To go on?
You think I haven't seen people die?
I'm good, man.
It's all I've seen.
I'm
them
almost
do.
done.
Fuck.
Hardcore,
die.
almost done.
All the other plans we had. To love.
That's
to
a long
colonize
time,
the
man.
Pale. It's all fucked.
I'm doing good, man. I stream later than usual now. You start at 9 p.m. Pacific time now. Like midnight Eastern is when I usually start. But I've been playing a bunch of random games. We played Elden Ring since 2042. We played Elden Ring. We played this game, Disco Elysium. And then we played Divinity Original Sin 2. All full playthroughs, man. Elden Ring took me 100 hours. Divinity took me 130 hours or something. Long fucking games, dude. Long. And then this one's about 50 hours. And we're about to finish it tonight. Well, hopefully tonight. But yeah, going back to Battlefield, man, I don't know, dude. Even if Season 1 drops, I still don't think I'll go back, but like maybe, dude. If there's nothing else to play, well, I heard there's a lot of games that got delayed that I was thinking about playing. I'm hoping for something to come out soon, man. I really want to play something good. I want to play a multiplayer game that's really good, that a lot of people like. Something that's not called Call of Duty would be great. To just get in there and start playing. Overwatch 2 looks fucking stupid. I don't even understand that. I mean, is there anything coming out? I know there's that vampire game. That's probably gonna die pretty soon, right? So yeah. You think we're only halfway through this game, Mad Pet? No shot. No way.
He's not okay. This is just another black day in a row of black days. Something strange
I love some
is
Nintendo
keeping
games
him
for sure,
together,
Quagsy.
making him endure.
Julie needs a tire for his bike. Bloodborne on PC. Now that's something I would definitely play. For sure. There are some remasters coming out. Dude, so I was about to play, after this game, I was about to play Silent Hill 2. And you can play it with an enhanced edition of it. I guess a modding team put together an enhanced edition of Silent Hill 2 on PC. And it looks really good. But then I heard yesterday that there's rumors of a whole bunch of Silent Hill games are in development, including a Silent Hill 2 remake. So I'm going to put that on hold. Fuck the enhanced edition. I'm going to play their remake and see where that goes. Maybe they'll have more puzzles and more stuff on there. But I really want to play that game. For sure. V Rising? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. The Batman game? Yeah, but that got delayed too. I don't think there's anything of significance that's coming out this year. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't want to talk about goddamn social democrats. Traitors is all they are.
There's a lot of politics in this game. But it's inconsequential regardless.
Renee still presses on his mind.
Alright, I'm glad we talked about this now, dude.
Glad we talked about what?
I want to ask again about the people you don't like.
His lip curled.
Glad we talked about
So we
what?
already went through that. Let's do this. 42% chance. Let's see. No.
Aside from the
Couldn't
rare
get that either.
erratic hand
Fucking
gesture,
Christ.
smacking his lips and despondently staring into the fire, you can only see that he is old.
What just happened here, when I said to assess his body and there's like a % chance, it's basically like a board game. Let's say if you want to, I don't know, progress into the story, this game has an RNG element to it, to where you can boost your percentages by interacting with the character, or by the specific clothes you wear, or by your stats. Like, you can upgrade your stats here as well, if you wanted to. And then from there, it'll upgrade your percentage based on the type of question you're asking. So that's what happened there. I rolled the dice, and I failed at 48%. So more than half of the time, we're going to fail that. But a lot of the times, it's okay to fail. So sometimes failing progresses the story in a way you didn't think it would. And that's what makes this game pretty good. I'll let you guys know what I think about it. Yesterday, I posted on YouTube like my full playthroughs. Yesterday, in the beginning of the stream, I kind of go through what I think of the game so far, and I'm like, I have like a handful of things that I don't like about this game, and I would say two out of the 5 are like nitpicky kind of stuff, but I still want to get a good payoff here, man. And right now, this part, and that this guy is confessing to be the murderer, it just doesn't, I don't feel it. There's something off about this. So I guess we're just going to arrest him now and see what happens. Mr. Dross, you're under arrest for the murder of the Krenel Colonel here in Martinez.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you.
Yeah, but you just confessed
Little
to
shivers
murder,
of waves
idiot.
appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in
Took
44
me 50
days.
hours to say
Do
that
you
line,
understand?
but it still doesn't feel good. Because it doesn't seem right.
Do you understand?
But...
But what? Do you understand?
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
What?
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Oh shit, okay, hold on. Fucking hold on, boys.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
Does it have room for 3?
Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here, but...
Yeah, who's gonna watch him?
There's something you're not getting here that he's realizing.
Or what?
Who watches over him there while I come back for you?
Duh! Hippofant. Thank you for the follow, dude.
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
Yeah, well, you better freaking put him in a prison cell or something. Maybe I can just ask the net picker lady to watch him. Wait. 58%? I think this is good.
There it is again, to your north,
That's good.
as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it,
What?
something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin.
Enders?
A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
What's Enders doing in this game?
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
What? Do you hear that?
What?
What are you talking about? Is this... really us?
Your skin crawls.
What is happening? Oh! Oh my! It's a phasmid!
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb.
Oh, they didn't
To then
exist!
just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
What is that?
What are you talking about?
The giant stick insect!
There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at
They
you
have a
with
drawing
its
for
tiny
him.
pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head.
It's a long story, you wouldn't understand. All new people here, you would not understand. It's a stink bug, yeah. Maybe this is where the meme originated from.
You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
I finally got insane. No, there it is. I see it.
Tell me what you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kim, can you see it?
I can see it.
4 simple words, thank God. If you can see, then you're not insane.
Fuck out of here. Those crazy people were true. They...
But that means
What?
it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence, its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
We can talk to it?
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a
Shoot
worm's
it!
head,
No!
white
It's a
and curving at
phasmid!
the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you.
I'm going crazy.
Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning.
He's getting
after
closer!
The tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch. Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows.
This is fucking crazy, dude.
Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow, soak in your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals.
What?
Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs.
Okay, Kim, take the
head
picture.
Of the creature is crowned by reeds. And
Whoa,
its
wait, we
eyes
don't want to scare
are
him.
like small droplets of water.
Hello. Oh, raise your hand slowly.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around
I'm also
you.
thinking in the back of my brain's like, yo, why don't we have the murderer in cuffs right now? Like, what the fuck? Right? He's gonna get away. Unless the stick bug kills him, which would be fucking insane.
Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid.
Put your hand down.
The invertebrate comes back to life, stridulating. Sets of complex eyes follow you, moving in tandem on either side of the insect's small head.
I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth,
Dang.
along with what appears to be some kind of foam.
Ew.
The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white. The faintest smell, like you've never felt before.
Kim, it's
like burnt roses.
Kim, it's foaming, bro.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
Shit!
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one.
Ew!
Letting out that same smell, like summer burning. Apricot blossoms, white blossoms erupting, a sensation like cold hands on your face.
Well, I don't want to take. I feel like take the picture. He's gonna run away. Tell me, what are you doing?
I exist.
What are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulandian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys.
What?
It may have unknown, dangerous biochemical characteristics that help it maintain its camouflage.
No one unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also,
It
by
speaks
the soldiers
English?
of the
Hit it with your
revolution
shoe?
and officials of the
I
occupation.
might kill it if I did that.
Even the Seminese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions,
This is a good question.
until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Reversal, district of Martinez, March 51.
Yeah, I know who did that. Are you poisonous, bro?
Yes, I do not have a starter
Yes!
display, so I use a neurodegenerative element to aid in camouflage. Do not worry, it is only destructive over long periods of time.
Is that what happened with the dude? The old guy? That's why he's like sick and shit? Yo, I'm a detective, dude.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Killer.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration.
You're destroying him?
Very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing me, to interfere with the pictures in their heads. But he has looked at me for too long, and I am destroying him.
I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
I'm ill.
What is your illness?
I'm ill in my head. I'm insane. No, in my heart, for me, it's sadness. Input after input.
For me, it is not like that. I have states, not the emotions. For
What's
example,
happening, dude?
I experience excitement and unexpected sugar rewards. But that is not important. Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist,
By what?
shapes of plants and animals, an internal sensation, a swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities
organ man.
totally beyond my understanding.
I think he's poisonous, yes, but he seems friendly to us.
I am at the end of a narrow funnel. weightless, so light. It only feels like something to
The
be.
fuck is happening to me right
In
now?
truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never ache.
You're the type of animal I would like to be.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Why do you ask?
Sometimes, when molting, I regrow a lost limb. One time something went wrong, and a small leg replaced a missing antenna.
That's horrible.
Yes, the leg tried to move around independently, making it hard to walk.
Dude, our murder suspect is long gone. I think I kind of see him here in the corner, but he would have been gone a long time ago. You don't have a foot there now.
Yes, thankfully someone ate it. The next time I molded, I grew an antenna again.
Oh, good. Is this a dream? What is happening?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
Where does this come from, all this around us, the world?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
Perhaps... Wait, then all we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer.
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf,
You can also
put
eat
in
it.
your mouth. Yum yum. Or read.
Yum yum. Is this an anime game now? What is this?
Wait, so
You look like a reed and you eat reeds?
Yes, they don't mind.
Have you accidentally eaten another reed, Phasmid?
Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones.
What?
It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident.
That's insane.
No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile simian nerve system, ominously new to the planet. The Pale too came with you. No one remembers
Right, the
it
Pale.
before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
What is the Pale, dude?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
I don't have that kind of power.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How?
We suspect it will be something like the oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
How?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if you misplace us all one
Please
day?
don't blink.
Or just forget.
I have always forgotten the whole world once when I drank too much.
So it is already happening. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim, I am having a violent epileptic seizure. am I having a seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind. Or it's nothing, just looking at a stick insect. Everything is normal. I like this better, makes it more interesting.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
I don't. The case is meaningless compared to this. I have totally transcended the case.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
Of all the creatures I've met,
Just watched the West Big Adventure Julian Troll.
all the creatures I've met, you are the kindest. You're the scariest. You are the most beautiful. I think you're the kindest. I would say the weirdest. Most beautiful? Let's say that, yeah. You know what? You changed my mind, Lemonade.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. For freedom.
I will try.
She was hell on earth. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
A 3-meter stick insect to tell you that. Okay, Kim, take the picture, dude.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot.
Oh, shit, he's gonna shoot it!
3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a sword.
Whoa.
The phasmid freezes in its bright light.
Oh.
Head turned toward the lieutenant. Hypnotized by the flash, it stands frozen before you.
That's the coolest fucking picture I've ever seen.
I got it.
For all time.
Touch the creature's whiskers!
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet. Looks like someone's got hurt in a fight. This antennae is much smaller than the other one.
I know, she said that. You gotta grow it back.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
Look at your finger.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture. The creature in front of you stays frozen.
Lick your finger? Maybe it'd be medicine.
It tastes like sugar, very faint.
Okay, good.
The anthropod towers above you, tufts of reeds pointing from limb and head alike.
Can we put it in Coke Zero?
Odorless, mostly comprised.
It's a new artificial
of water.
sweetener, dude. Carefully pet its scythe-like forearms. Sure, why not? Just lose a hand.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed.
Oliver.
You feel a soft push could
I'm
tip
talking to the
creature over.
stick bug.
Its
Relax.
hollow exoskeleton collapsing. Warning. It's about to move. You can sense it.
Rub your hand. Okay, now you're just like being weird. Just pull your hand away.
A sudden shiver passes the limb. Looks like the creature is awakening, wave by wave from its stupor. Some sort of countdown process is happening. That's all you have time to think. Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you. As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface. And just like that, it's gone. skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone.
What do you mean, collection of it? He can walk on water?
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What's that in the reeds?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
This fucking guy.
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Wait, I want to get the gifts. Where are the gifts? I don't understand. I thought there were gifts here, like eggs. I want the presents, man. Come on. Guess we gotta talk to this buffoon.
What is it? What do you want from me?
Sir, how
I
could you...
can't go.
How could you not see the phasmid?
See.
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their
Save and
sockets.
reload. It's
His
bugged.
gap-toothed mouth shaking
Okay.
with fear and longing.
Is it too late now? Did I fuck up? Wave your hand in front of his eyes.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem.
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What has happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
I think it's the phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke.
He couldn't see it, Kim. It's just the reeds for him. Could it be there's something hormonal in his relationship to the phasmid? What? I talked to the phasmid. It said it's destroying him.
You should be more careful, detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you?
No way, I was only talking. Oh, I mean, maybe. It's only trying to remain unseen. Degradation is a side effect.
A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching unknown species in the future, detective.
Fuck that, Neil's the sickest shit ever. He couldn't see it, Kim. It's just the reeds for him.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross.
No response.
Maybe this is how the phasmid has stayed hidden all these years.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it.
You forget it's there.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds? The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse.
Does he have a hormonal relationship with the phasmid?
You mean pheromonal?
Oh, yeah, he seemed a little off for a man his age, Randy.
The scope?
Randy?
Knowing of her bruises? His disposition toward Miss Orania? I see what you mean.
Who knows how much of it's in his company?
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be
Take
one
some
hell of
notes,
a
dummy!
report. Thank God we have the photo.
Alright, hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
So, save. And then reload, right? Dude, watch, it's like an alien hat or something. There it is. It is bugged. The scope! We found the scope. Oh, hell yes. This is that same hat from that dude that got wrecked. And there's a scope. Looks like the bug ate it. And this is... Can we put these together? Oh, no, I guess not. Can we, like, hold it? No. That'd be crazy. Can you put a scope on our weapon? No. This isn't Battlefield, dude. Holy shit, yeah, dude. Okay. Awesome. This is wild, dude. I never seen anything like this. What's this? What happened to the church? They're still rocking it, man. Oh, can I try the books again?
Soft covers.
I mean, what is it?
Soft covers. Serialized.
Conceptualizations? Oh, I have to, like, smoke a cigarette real quick. I gotta put it in my hand. God damn, it's all bugged. Still bugged? Come on, dude. 2 uses left, man. Come on. There he goes. Alright, now try it, dude.
Soft covers. Serialized fantastique and detective stories.
Did you nap?
Animal
No.
Adventures. A magazine for electrical engineering.
Definitely
and
take a
an
nap?
international
Really?
Thriller.
Why?
Also, light erotica and some historical novels from, oh yes,
Got it!
under the bed. There is a rather extensive collection of critical theory. That is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature.
Why should I take a nap?
Published by small imprints.
Are you joking?
Such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly light reading.
Why am I questioning you? I don't know. It doesn't seem right. Why would I want to take a nap? I want to finish the game. No time for bed. Look, Kim. Powerful communist theory. Rigorous and truthful. Look, deranged commie ranting, Kim.
Ouzia. Looks like our straggler has kept some literature around for a quick ideological fix.
As usual, he does not respond to the political...
I want to take a nap. Napping is for the weak. Fuck, where do we go, dude?
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you.
No!
2 men and a woman stand
Go to your
on the
corner,
concrete
hippo
square
fan.
of a nameless village, looking
Think
at
about
a
what
small
you
yellow
said.
boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
what the tide brought in.
Hey, you shaved your beard, asshole.
What is that? Phone AC? What's with all the performance gear? Are you back in high school?
Fuck you.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
But you're the man with the sunglasses. No one else seems bothered by my found gear.
Bothered by it? Harry, you're a goddamn cop. They're afraid of you.
Everyone felt perfectly safe in your company. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I am a goddamn cop. They haven't been.
Believe me, they felt uncomfortable.
Vic, calm down.
You're the man with the sunglasses, bro.
That's right. And you're bleeding.
Forget all about that. There's a giant...
We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Yeah, you're the dude with the kid. Who the fuck are you?
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar. And this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Wait, you was a cop?
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Precinct 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
True.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
No, Kim, you gotta have my back. Let's destroy them. Yeah, I like that.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
What is this about?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little.
You're
I'm
just
at best an
nobody.
enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
What? Get out of here!
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
True!
Shit kid. What an interesting moniker.
She's been nice to me. Where have you been all this time? There's a mercenary tribunal.
God damn it, Harry.
What?
You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
Wait, so you let me face a squad of trained killers alone just to teach me a lesson?
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
All will burn. Satellite officers make no mistakes about it. Wait, what? Why would I leave a literal police god? Well, why would you leave a literal police god?
You were crying hysterically. You were drunk, breaking things, being emotionally abusive. You said we were going into the abyss. None of us wanted to see the abyss. So we fucked off.
Abyss.
Like you told us to.
How'd you know I was here? What's a shit kid?
You. Shit.
Maybe you've deserved it.
Shut up, Rhetoric. How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Hey, we're on good terms now. Damn you, cafeteria. You betrayed me for the last time.
Speaking of which, the giant aerografito in front of the building. The one that's burning. Did you do that?
It was this one junior delinquent.
I don't know. It had shit kid written all over it.
Can I kill this guy now? You aren't the man with the sunglasses at all. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true, and it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Maybe if you hadn't been so sarcastic, I would have realized I knew you. I don't like being lied to.
I'm clinically depressed, Harry. Sorry if I wasn't in the mood to butter you up after you told us to fuck off.
Actually, I suspected something was off.
Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum? Or maybe a short but close stint on the task force.
Yeah, you mentioned a task force.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Tron fucking Hiddleston, and Guillaume Baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Yeah, first, who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
What does the unit do?
It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
They're your posse, or what remains of it. Hand-picked, hand-lost.
The 41st isn't...
Let's move on.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage, Detective God. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning.
I'm smart.
All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, Pal, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
I drank so much I lost my memory, and I'm now slowly recovering it.
He is. He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it happening.
I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
But
True.
Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was
Shit.
after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
Okay.
The two cases in your ledger. The unsolvable case and the Next World mural. Those were recent. Those cases were hard on you.
Okay.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
Okay.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
They can keep that pension. You're rock solid. You can put your clothes on hard.
Yeah, very hard. What now, bro?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Really?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Oh. I drove the ocean while I was drunk.
Ah, so refreshing.
A tequila
He just admits
sunset.
it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I got my badge right here.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Catch it! Got it, baby. Easy.
Not today, badge.
Behold, my badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
My gun's right here.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
So it doesn't even matter that I found my gun? I'm not drunk. I haven't started drinking again.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
True. No idea what you're smelling. I washed death off me. Wait. Yeah, I've handled an actual corpse. It's been a bit of a week. I'm sorry I smell bad.
A bit of a week? You're drunk, and you let a suspect escape, a certain Clasier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
I didn't drink a drop this entire game. Right? No, I didn't drink any alcohol this entire game. I taken like a couple drugs and puffed a couple cigarettes. I think that was about it.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Oh. That's just a small detail in a huge case you know nothing about.
Sure, if it's part of your master plan. Let's not even get into the other suspect who also escaped. Another detail, or the fact that you very likely sold your gun for booze. That's peanuts. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired unvetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Oh, I also solved the case. It's solved. All of it.
Detective, it's better if I do that.
It's so much better if he does this.
Okay, fine.
Times.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
Aha! Knew I should have drank. I'm a changed man.
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize profusely, making it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication strategy for an officer. It's odd, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a hustler. He grinds. He makes the real. He's a visionary and a money engineer, which is just... Other still, he is also a full-blown fascist.
No!
An ultra-nationalist, woman-hater, and more than a little racist. Which, I guess,
not
goes
true.
well with the grind? I do not know, but he is vocal about both beliefs. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the drugs, of course. Some
I'm
kind
not
of
a fascist.
anti-radiation drug
This is
he uses
ridiculous.
to induce visions. But despite all this, he is a great detective. One of the best I have seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke.
Yeah!
Which, by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
I did.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
Yeah!
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Boom shakalaka, motherfucker!
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
I believe the pheromone it emits may be responsible for the killer's mental degradation.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a
fucking
strange,
nuts,
atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
That's fucking wild, son.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
It's the underground home. Oh yeah, yeah. What's up with that?
Yes. It really does make it
Wait,
hard
did
to
I
fire
complete
the
that?
drunk.
Oh, I didn't complete it. I'm still at 75%.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness.
I should have taken a nap.
Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
I also started a nightclub in the church.
What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church.
Yeah, I reinvigorated the local nightclub, the local nightlife. I did some kids that saw turn their lives around. Yeah, and I discovered a hitherto unexplored entrophonetical phenomenon there too. A 2-millimeter hole in the world.
That's great. Anthroponaut is a great new career for you. After police officer. I don't care. Go live in the Pale.
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown when it melted. It's not optimal, but the building was abandoned, so he put them in there. It's okay.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
Also, Okay, also the Phasmin was a female. The reeds are its nest.
Female? What makes you think so?
You had to see it. It had the subdued colors of a female. And the nesting behavior too, I think.
Incredible. Were there eggs in the nest?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
A helmet and a scope.
Actually, you know, this would indicate it was a male. This is far from anything in my field, but I think such nests are called bowers. They are for attracting males.
Still think it was female.
Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it. It must be robust if it can move a whole helmet with its limbs.
It could maybe roll it, like a dung beetle.
I think it reproduces by parthenogenesis.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so?
It told me.
Mm-hmm. Then it wouldn't matter if it's male or female.
I
The
guess
bower
not.
would just be rudimentary behavior from before the parthenogenetic mutation. Very interesting. Such organisms are extremely vulnerable to disease. A single strain of bacteria could wipe out the whole species. We're probably looking at conservation efforts here.
I think it emits a chemical that makes it look even more like the reeds.
Yes. That would be a pheromone. A pheromone that's seemingly beneficial to the host. It usually stimulates the affected nervous system. Not a human's, of course, but perhaps a predator's?
Nothing is off the table. But I want to stress this. The find does not have to be connected to the case. The case is 100% prosecutable, without any pheromones.
Of course, Lieutenant. Of course. We should treat the case and the Phasmid as completely separate from each other. People are not going to...
They're not going to go for this speculation in the constabulary.
It had mandibles that looked like hair, and it was completely white on the inside.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and brown, a little green on the outside. After unfolding from a single stalk, it still retained parts that looked like reed tufts on its limbs.
Incredible. The PR value of this is exceptional. Carp discovers new species. Maybe even discovers the Insulindian phasmid. No, that's too much.
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science, news, human interest. You know, it's a really good thing you have that photo.
Without it...
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment, but still. Quit while you're ahead? Or no?
The killer. Lilyanovich Dros. We have a strong motive for him.
Lilyanovich. A revolutionary matronym.
A revolutionary matronym?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilyanovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution failed, but not before it made it to Revachol.
Lillian, like the lady over here?
So, it is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory. You said you have a motive?
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it was noteworthy.
He killed the mercenary hoping to start a war between the company and the Union.
And it worked? He got a war going?
Yes, until we stopped it. He saw the mercenary as an ennemi combattant. There's plenty for prosecution to pick from, as far as motive is concerned. Also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead mercenary's head, and 2 officers on the scene that Mr. Dross confessed to.
It's a clean win.
It's way more than that.
It's more than that. A perfect folding mechanism, like the Phasmid. It will win me Dora back. Interesting. I don't even know if you want to still keep doing that. You should teach this in cop school. Let's just go with the first one. I'm scared to do number 2 because I don't know what this means. I think she's moved on.
Perfect folding mechanism. Get over yourself, Harry. I can still smell the booze on the wind.
I'm not drinking anymore.
God damn it. Doesn't it ever leave? It is there. Like in your bones or something.
Maybe if you napped, you would know.
It will pass. In time.
I didn't want to. There's also a dead man on the boardwalk, a missing person I found.
Yes, yes. Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk. Drunk.
How'd you know I found him?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
Nice.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
Thanks, Judith.
It's still a point for you.
It
No
is.
denying it.
I also looked into the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10, a commercial building where all businesses go bankrupt. I looked into it.
Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up advising a local shopkeeper. It was okay.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Right.
Dodged the bullet there. For a moment, it seemed like you were just wasting time.
I confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad.
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to know.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did.
No!
It's alright. I'm in. At this point, anything is but the drink.
So, I did kind of snort. Wait, did I snort his drugs? I think I did once. So what do you say? Want to take this hot shit back?
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
You haven't been drinking, she thinks. So, maybe this time.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
I have a few questions before we go about who I am.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre?
No.
Because I seem to think... A suspect seemed to think...
You're too unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
I told you it's not that bad.
Yes. Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry.
What?
Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Before?
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron.
I was
It's
a
getting
gym
really cold
teacher.
outside. Should we maybe...
No way I was a flagellant monk. An entrepreneur gym teacher?
No, a regular one.
That does explain, wait. No way I was a flagellant monk.
You haven't told us about that. You just told us about being a gym teacher.
Oh, that does explain a lot.
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the shot put, your inexplicable facial hair.
The collection of found sports where I amassed.
The fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality
That's nuts!
is.
How did it know this? How did it know that I would love to wear this?
Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy. And this guy, too. God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
When was this? When was I a gym teacher?
In your 20s or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
You said in Quran I was a gym teacher there.
Yes, you taught gym in Cool. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were a high school gym teacher.
The smell of sweat and glue. The worn floorboards.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre, Assel. The whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so juvie.
Really?
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
Why did I join the RCM then?
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are. All that.
Oh, the lady.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries, and incredible hope. An ocean full of hope.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest-to-God gym teacher.
Why am I like this, dude?
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
Damn.
You really went with it too.
Some
really
chick?
maximized.
Was
the
her name
damage.
Dora?
Yeah. Dora Engelund, I think.
Ingerlund? What a dumb name.
Not Dora Dubois.
Wait, Ingerlund? We weren't even married?
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was way before my time.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one. A big one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
Huh?
She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Heartbreak, well, pain, well...
I've only seen a
Pain
picture,
Welkin.
but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Damn.
The sun is going down. It's time to go home.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
So what kind of station is it? Precinct 41.
Us? We're the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? We're the bad guys. No one likes us.
That's not true. Jamrock is too big for one precinct. You're just understaffed. And everyone respects the 41st. You have Captain Price.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind. It is an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean to run the Sea Wing. It's not good.
Torson and McLean?
Mac the Torso Torson and Chester McLean. They're not fit to
Mac
run a
the
wing.
Torso
Believe me.
Torson. I think we
Things
talked
are
on the
shaky
phone. They
as
like
it
made
is.
fun of us.
They are damn iconic though, Torson and McLean.
An iconic duo.
Yeah, not like us. 2 clinically depressed old men. Where's the contrast here? We are garbage.
Oh, did we recently shoot up a church by any chance?
So he remembers that. Yes, there may have been a raid on some churches. It wasn't good press.
Shooting up churches never is. I was out of town, to be clear.
Why did we need to go there?
Our enemies were hiding in a church, to the best of our information. That's it. I'm not talking about this anymore. Your security clearance is shit tier right now. You have to wait for it to go up.
He means it. The RCM and its enemies will not be discussed on this coast. Your clearance will not go up while you're within earshot of the Union headquarters.
And the Sea Wing is...
God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D. We're in C. It's made of losers and clock punchers.
It's made of
You and
losers.
I reconceptualized it as a task force. It was a mistake.
There's also a lot of outside help involved, not only me. Other losers too.
And prices?
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the force. You're lucky.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like a ladybird with 2 chimneys, Police Captain Ptolemy Price sits behind a heavy wooden desk. Resident medic Nix Gottlieb pours him coffee It's silent in the captain's office. They speak of change, the city, the tension on the streets. They speak of the events of April and the blood on the streets in May.
So I work in the bloody murder station, eh?
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershoal. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts.
Damn.
Jamrock only has us.
Jesus.
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered to be the greatest of the districts. You're lucky to have it.
Thank you again, Lieutenant.
The Phasmin, I need to tell Elena about this ASAP.
Who is Lena?
A cryptozoologist. She lives in Jamrock on Tabernacle Road. She told me about this Phasmin.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their discovery, in part. They should know as soon as possible. It would do you good to deliver some positive news for a change.
So, Lieutenant, what were you gonna do now?
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain.
About
Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready, infiltrate, investigate.
Want to do that at Station 41?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of two captains with my doom-mongering.
I meant investigate. Come work in Precinct 41.
Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in. And crazy enough. Can take...
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to.
Lieutenant.
Mountain.
I do like the sound of that.
Alright, I'm ready, dude.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the evening sky, the great district turns on its lights. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls inside. Fire traps as far as the eye can see, from Main Street to Precinct 41, atop the motorway, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes.
Are we finally gonna solve this
Harrelson?
case?
No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nix Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's quite unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price points his pen at the doctor. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through, and when he does, he'll side with Revachol. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Like a safari guy. Hey, what the fuck? Whoa! I forgot to open the door. Ah! Credits.
That's a huge bitch.
Get it! What a game, dude. Holy shit, man. What a game. What a crazy ending. Oh my god. The tribunal. I was sweating bullets. And actually discovering the phasmid was insane. That's the end. I don't know if I like the payoff with the murder, but at that point I didn't even give a fuck. I was like just blown away by the phasmid and the stupid shit I ended up. Look, I can't believe it, man. That's just such a cool touch. I really thought they were just gonna like put that under the rug kind of thing. The one thing I didn't or wasn't able to accomplish was the mirror. The mirror was really hard to figure out. I guess I could have gone back and put all my points into that, but I don't know what it would have done. But yeah. Now you need help walking, I know, right? It was a long day, what can I say? Well, that was crazy, man. It's not a perfect game. It's not in my top 10. But I would say it's definitely in my top 100 games all time. Easily. The art was beautiful. The dialogue was amazing. The music was amazing. The voice acting was incredibly good. All these right here, all these guys right here you see on the screen. Top notch. One of the best. These guys sold it for me in this director's cut, I guess you can say. Just fantastic. All the little side quests are so weird and everything, but it was awesome. I just didn't like a few things. The audio crackling was really bad. I don't know what was up with that. I think it had something to do with the frames per second bug or something. There's a few bugs in this game, actually. I found like, what, 2 typos in this game? I don't know, but anyway, that and day 2 and day 8, there was 2 points that had very, very bad timing. The pacing was really bad, and sure, it was because my playthrough was, I guess, a little odd, and it was random too. I just set it randomly, and I guess I failed the white checkpoints, all of them, and I only had one out, and that was to sell something that luckily didn't have much significance. But yeah, that was the only thing. I really wish, you know, either Kim could have helped you on the second day, you know, pay up for the room, or sleep in the garbage overnight would have caused something that I would have to like pay for in the end, you know, because I was hobo cop, man. I was like, why not sleep in the trash? But the fact that it ended the game for doing that was absolutely ridiculous, and they shouldn't have done that. I think it was one of the biggest mistakes in the game. It worked out so well. It was so funny. And the fact that it ended your game was absolutely ludicrous and a big mistake. Because I would have loved it if they kept going and I dealt with the consequences the day after I smelled like shit or something. They would have to find like a bucket of water to, I don't know, clean myself or some shit. Like, they could have easily added that in and it would have been hella funny. It would have been perfect. The leveling up was also kind of odd. If I felt like I could just do whatever I wanted, but I guess it gives you the option to splurge, and you can spend as much money as you want and to get as much drugs as you wanted, but you would have been locked out of the game, and they should have had like different mechanics there where it would stop you from doing that. There would be like a limit so it wouldn't lock you out of the game. But yeah, those are the two big main issues of this game that I just hated. Let's see. Yeah, this game is virtually bugless. There's like a couple loading bugs or whatever, but that was literally it. Other than that, again, it's like nitpicky. Most of it's nitpicky, and everything else just outshines it like I predicted it would. Oh wait, there was one more negative thing. I think it was too much like a book. Too wordy, to where there's so much lore that it, you know, I chose to dive into it, but it was just a little too much. It was a little too much. They could have just... It was a little full of itself. I was like, come on, really? Like, you got to go into that much detail and just... They almost seem like they're just buying time. Or like padding the game time. And I didn't really like that. There's a lot of stuff that just didn't matter. But I did enjoy the dialogue and the, you know, different ways of thinking. The politics was really good as well. The world building was really good. It's just, I think they just went into a little too much detail that I didn't really, that no player needed to know about. Just keep that stuff in the book, okay? If you're gonna write a book. But well, maybe that's just how they wanted this game. They wanted this game to be like a book. And so they nailed it. Wow, congratulations. You did it. You made a book game. But, you know, after playing it, it's so much more than just a book game. So, I guess that's one little criticism there, I guess. But yeah, overall, fucking great game. I'll give it, maybe 7.5 out of 10. Maybe even 8 out of 10. Because with those 2 days of like not knowing what to do or getting locked out of the game, fuck that, dude. That you lose 2 stars for pacing. You almost had it, but yeah. Anyway, doing a second playthrough of this would be pretty fun, but I'm not gonna do that. It's just multiple playthroughs would definitely be good for sure. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, Matt. Thank you for everyone that watched this whole playthrough. I'll put this at the on YouTube here tonight. What's up, Bateman? Yeah, we did it, man. We finished. Disco Elysium is done. How about that? Well, tomorrow we start a new game. We'll be playing a game that has about 4 chapters in it, and its most latest chapter was released in 2020, so only a couple years ago. It's called Kentucky Route Zero, and again, there's a lot of dialogue, and it's more of like a point-click adventure game. And it's kind of like, it's very similar to Disco Elysium, very artsy-fartsy kind of style. But that's really it. I don't know much of anything else about that game, so we're gonna give it a try. I guess the first 2 chapters are going to be kind of interesting. A lot of character building there. Get to know our main character and what's going on and all the mysteries about where we're going. And then it's going to be stepped up a notch, more modernized in the next 2 chapters after that. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. We're going to go through that. Witcher 3. We already played Witcher 3 on stream. All done. Walking Dead's way better. We'll play again. It's I do. Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Kentucky Route Zero is not a long game. Let me see if I can look more into it. Yeah. So there's 4 acts. Oh no, there's 5 acts. Oh, I'm sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah. So it's about a 10 to 11 hour game. Each act is about an hour long. Or 2 hours long. Yeah, about each one's like 2 hours long. So it's about a 10-hour game. And then there's like an interlude that takes about 20 minutes, something like that. So it's gonna be a quick game. And then after that, I think we should get into Walking Dead and do that whole thing. I heard the first season of Walking Dead is one of the best for sure. Really good story. But I can't wait to play that. So that's the plan for now. And then after that, there's some other games I have on my list on Discord that you can check out. And we'll go from there, okay? So yeah, Kentucky Route Zero tomorrow. Always want to try it. It shouldn't take long. I would think maybe 4 streams, and then we're done with that. And then we'll move on to Walking Dead's gonna take like 40 hours, I think. So probably just as long as this game. Just a tad shorter. Yeah. Yeah, this one took us 53 hours or something like that. Let me look. Yeah, 54 hours exactly. There you go. 54 hours. That's a little over the average, which was 40 to 50 hours. The VR game? What VR game? I don't know. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. If you're new here, hit the follow button. We'll be playing a new game tomorrow. We only play the best games ever made. That's what we'll do. Walking Dead VR game? No. Just regular. And then we'll go on from there. We'll see if there's any new games. I heard that V Rising is out. I'll probably go check that out. See what's going on with that. Yeah. Hey, GG's. Great fucking game. Go play this Disco Elysium. One of my favorites, man. Have a good night, everybody.
Expect a kind of Spanish Inquisition? Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.